Hey, good morning, everybody. Starting a little bit earlier, a lot, but a little bit. I think, let me make sure we're all good on the Wi-Fi. One second, check this. All right, good. We're on separate Wi-Fi's because that computer is currently uploading day 2 of the Ride the World series of Awesomenesses onto YouTube. So if you guys are watching this, make sure you go check out day 2. Today we're going to be talking about the Ride the World series and all that good stuff. So chime in if you are here. Let me know where you're from. Bow Hunter, I see you there. Yes, the dirt bikes are fast and the coffee is hot. And your are ridiculous, although that one's not very ridiculous. It's just really nice. So thank you very much. It is a lovely Thursday morning, springtime in the Rockies. Bruce Kennedy, what's happening? There's Mike Cole, what's happening? Thank you. Yeah, Mike Cole says the new homestead looks like a slice of heaven. It really is. It's north and east of town, up on a little plateau, kind of heading towards the adobes. But we got just a little over 3 acres, and we have Paul Anstey. What's happening, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, it's like I said, a little over 3 acres. The house needs a lot of work. Roger Heard, what's happening? Kevin Trivy, what's going on? Jeff Elmore, Colorado Enduro guy, what is going down? The house needs a fair amount of work. That's why we could afford it. But it's actually good. People were living in it, so we could live in it. But we got a bunch of stuff we want to do to make it ours and make it nice. But yeah, really very excited. Doug Summerfield, what's happening, man? Have you gotten out Summerfeld? I keep saying field, and I apologize. Have you gotten out and ridden on your new suspension yet? Let me know if you have. I know the weather hasn't been great up there. Waco, Texas. Jesse, what's happening? Jimmy Nye Hart, my hero, my brother, what is going on? It was so good to see you, dude. Really, really, really great. If you're watching this live, I love you to death. If you're watching it later, I also love you. Make sure you comment. If you have questions while you're watching this thing, comment below. If you're watching later, comment now. We'll try to make sure we get to them. Brady Metter, what's happening, man? Ooh, Roger Heard got a new RC plane. What'd you get, Roger? Dude named Eric, ever taken coffee on trail rides? Insulated flask, do they exist? Yes, Eric, I have taken. I've got just a really thin insulated thermos that I have taken on early morning rides and had a cup of coffee. Mark Payne, 5280 James, it was awesome meeting you, man. That was fun. Just cover the bad spots and walls. New place with bike posters. Bruce Kennedy, that's hilarious. My wife is she's a saint, but I don't think she's gonna let that go. Richard Hartley, the move is happening. We're obviously still here in this house right now. We have not sold this house. Lots of people looking, whatever. Actually, it's kind of nice that we haven't sold it because we are able to live here and work on the new place. The new place needs lots of turbo timber. I got a Timber Night X, or Night Timber X. That's awesome. Still too much snow on the trails, Doug. Right on. Well, hopefully that goes away soon. You get out. Good morning, Biker Sasquatch. What's happening? So yeah, the move is, well, we're not really moving. We're moving some things over into the Connex that we put on the property to store stuff, but we haven't really moved into the house at all. We're doing a lot of painting. I'm going to remodel the bathrooms, new floors. There's a lot going on, so it'll be a little bit. Redneck 24/6, your vids on the KX100 will help me on my first full engine rebuild. Right on, dude. I'm glad. I hope they do. And if you have any questions, reach out to me on Facebook. If you just go to facebook.com/Highland Cycles, you can send me a message there and I'll do my best to help. Bruce Kennedy, yes, the mortgage rates are going up. It's going to cool the market some. I'm not too terribly worried. Hey, there's my dad, Scott Spreading, my mom, Suzanne Spreading. I love you guys. Good to see you guys. let's see, what else are we missing? All right. So yeah, no, things are good. I guess it is official. Let's get this thing started here. Let me start this. Welcome to the Gospel of Two Wheels number 180, where the shot and your comments are absolutely ridiculous. It is awesome to see you guys all here. Let's see, Mike Van Sluis. That is, man, I am butchering that name, but that's an awesome name. Last month, the side-by-side Facebook group and the meet and greet ride at Penrose. Each time had more than 60 machines, no permit pulled. Yeah, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about the whole BLM thing. So I have not tried to hide anything about these events on anything. Obviously, they're on social media for public, whatever. And it was an interesting one. They called the shop because supposedly they just saw the event on Facebook. And if you guys don't know, we're talking about the Ride the World series of Awesomenesses that we just had, episode 5 out of Peach Valley. So supposedly they just saw it. I have a feeling someone tipped them off, and they were concerned because in the Facebook thing it said, in the interested or going 240 people. So I called the guy right back because he called the shop and was all flustered and crazy. And so I called him, and because I was out riding, and I said, man, first of all, do you know how Facebook works? You got to click on that and look at the going, and the going was only 41. And then I'm like, and then again, you have to understand how Facebook works. That's probably half of that might show up. And then on top of that, I'm not collecting any money. I'm not actually guiding any rides. I'm just, I'm going to go for a ride. People can come with me, or they can go by themselves, or whatever. And as far as I'm concerned, there's absolutely zero wrong with doing that for free without pulling a permit. And they were like, well, blah, blah. And so I deleted the event off of Facebook the day that it started on Thursday, so that we just wouldn't have any issues. Because again, they weren't buying it. Also, I guess the National Conservation Area has a little bit different limit than a normal government land. Normal government land, I believe, is 75 people before an organized event before you have to get a permit, and that's like obviously a free one. You can't if you charge any dollars, you gotta get a permit. But I guess the National Conservation Area is supposed to be 25. So I just whatever. I told the guys, you're crazy. Now, we did have more than 25 people all together show up. We were all camped in kind of different spots. People camped up kind of near Trucker Trail, going into the canyon, people to the north of us, people where we were. All told, there were more than 25 people, but we were never more than 25 people in a group riding. And we left the place cleaner than we got there, and we took, whatever. So, and the BLM officer came out and checked on us on Friday, and he was really nice. And I mean, he was good, and he is just a wonderful guy. So it was all good. I think he was getting pressure from his people above. That's why he called the shop and all this stuff. But when dealing face to face with him, and he came by, he was nice. He didn't even check people's OHV tags because he knows how backed up the state is on that. And so anyway, he was super good. So yeah, that's how it went. Everything's good. No problems. Jimmy Neihart, I know we better get going on that stuff for sure. Bruce Kennedy, as you saw, I like the DRC SAG setter tool you spotlighted. Must be faulty. It gave me wrong numbers. That or less cheeseburgers, Bruce. Bruce actually was having a bit of a problem with the SAG tool connecting to his beta. And I obviously use it on KTM, worked just fine. But the beta fender is thick, and then the axle, the way it goes is, anyway, he ended up making a part and it worked out great. But just know that if you buy one of those DRC things and you have a beta, you might have to do some modifications to make it work. Let's see. Sadly, Texas doesn't have any free public land. Yeah, I know, redneck. That's a bummer about Texas. I love Texas, but that part I don't love. Richard Hartley, been meaning to ask you how you come up with the slogan of your channel. If you're talking about the gospel of two wheels, it's because, first of all, I'm a Christian and I believe in the gospel, the good news, which is that Jesus came to earth, died for our sins, and was resurrected to prove that that's who he was and that we're all saved. So that's the gospel, in my opinion. And then the gospel also means good news. And then two wheels obviously have saved my life. And so I'm trying to spread the good news of two wheels. So that's what that's all about. Let's see. Our DNR permits must be applied for 6 months in advance. They do endangered species impact. Good night, Bruce Kennedy. Well, so actually, the Department of Natural Resources, we don't call it that out here. It's the Colorado Parks and Wildlife. So, and then also the BLM and then Forest Service. Anyway, there's a lot going on. As with everywhere with the government, but the out here for those things, I think it's 6 months. Some of them it's over a year. It's crazy. Let's see. And Rick Roman, he did give us dirt bikes. Absolutely. Piece of duct tape on the fender works great for beta and gas. Oh, okay, there we go. Thank you, Colorado Enduro guy. See, a hot plate for my KLX. I got a plate for my KLX. No questions asked. Just fill out the papers, paid the fees. That's because Roger is in Arizona, where they're a lot nicer to OHVs. In Arizona, you can actually have a plated four-wheeler, like a race for. You can have a race quad with a plate on it, which is hilarious. So let's talk about the rest of the Ride World Series. That's what we're here to talk about today. And obviously, any questions that you guys have, comment them below. That would be awesome. Oh, also someone mentioned the camera is more clear. Same camera. I think it's the lighting. We have a lot better lighting facing this direction, and it's really sunny outside. So I think the light helps this camera do better. Anyway, it's just a 1080 thing, whatever, inexpensive. So I was gonna say, so Ride the World. It was awesome. We started on Thursday morning with an advanced group. Jimmy Neihart was there. Guys that came in from out of town that were there early. We went and did, if you guys have watched that video, we did a super fun loop out in Peach Valley. Then, hey, Tony Andrews, what's happening? Then Friday, we went and did a big tour of Peach Valley, went way down south and came way back north, checked out a whole bunch of stuff. And then Wooded Adventures, nothing will make me look any better. That's the truth. You guys are hilarious. So that was Friday. It was super fun. We had a big group. I think it was 18 started, and we kind of split off and ended up down to pretty small by the end. And then on Saturday, we went to Dry Creek. That's the video that's uploading right now, and we'll hit at 10 o'clock Mountain Time. So right on, Richard. Awesome. And so that's going to hit at 10 o'clock. So we did Dry Creek. We had a great day. Epic dirt. Ran into the Gnarly Roots guys. Cole Kirkpatrick and Andrew Short were out leading a group for Gnarly Roots. We saw them. We actually saw them every day. It was awesome. Cole's a friend. And yeah, you'll see in the video, Cole and I were high-fiving each other over how good the dirt was at Dry Creek. It was absolutely amazing. And then Sunday, we rode Peach again. We went and did all of Sidewinder. We went north on Red Rocks Night Horse, then the Smith Mountain Jeep Road, all the way to the far north end of Sidewinder, and we came all the way back on Sidewinder, and it was a really great day. Mike P., what's happening, man? How are you, dude? Good to see you. Roger Hurd, next Ride the World, I don't know. Obviously, I have a lot to do with the new house and everything. So, hey, Brent McFarland, what's happening? No worries. I have a ton to do with the new house. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know yet. Yeah, I really don't even have an idea. I'm thinking I would like to get to Idaho, but I just don't know if that's going to happen. We got a lot of racing going on. If you guys are Weeby racers, we're going to be at the Natarita round on the 20th, 21st of May. We'll be there setting sag, tuning clickers, hanging out, high fives, fist bumps, the whole thing. Mike Webster, how's it going from Michigan? Also, guys, if you're watching this and you were at the Ride the World Series of Awesomeness and you want a t-shirt email me at highland-cycles.com. I'm going to be looking for those emails through this weekend, and then I'm going to be placing the order. So we've had some people already obviously get a hold of me, but if you're interested, email me, Morgan at highland-cycles.com, and we'll get you on the list to get you a t-shirt. Do you think I could do the Weeby race? Yes, this Weeby race is going to be awesome, dude. It's going to be really good. And my mom says thumbs ups. So if you don't give me a thumbs up, my mother, Suzanne Sprouting, is coming after you. And trust me, I know you don't want that. Trust me. But yes, Bow Hunter, you can definitely do it. It's not bad at all. The Natarita race is not hard. It's dusty and loose dirt. It's yeah. So the Natarita race, we'll go there since we're talking about it, is a super cool race. It's on private land, and so that's awesome, right? That they let us race on the private land. It's super cool. But it's because of that, it doesn't get used for dirt bikes any other time of the year. So the trails are really loose. They don't get packed in tight and like a lot of places. So the trails are super loose. So the dirt is really soft and really powdery and really dusty. But the terrain is super fun. Just lots of turns. Yes, the KLX 140 can do it for sure, dude. Mark Payne, what's happening? And Garrett Anderson, you should be at Natarita. Where have you been? I know where you've been. You've been busy, and I know that Mama Anderson is in Vermont, and you got some craziness going on. But I look forward to seeing you soon. So anyway, yeah, Natarita, it's a cool place to camp. It's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be dusty. Hopefully, the wind will have died down by then, and the dust won't be so crazy. Brady Metter asked, is that the race the guy got hurt bad at last year? Yes, it is the race that the got hurt. A kid got hurt bad last year. Part of the reason for that was it's super, super dusty. The other reason is he didn't do practice, and I'm not excusing course markings or whatever like that, but honestly, if you're going to race one of these Weeby races, and if you can get there on time, and it's only $10 more to race practice, it is worth every penny to go and do practice, not race practice, but ride practice, because you'll get to see the whole course. And if you take your time and don't worry about going fast in practice, you can learn it so you don't get caught off guard, which is what happened. Unfortunately, I didn't like the course markings going into that little situation. There was basically a really fast section and then down into a wash and right. And the wash was deep. And this kid who was just racing, having fun, but he's in the dust, and he just pinned it and went straight into the far side wall and really got hurt. Jimmy and I heard the GoPro doesn't do those trails justice. Some of those climbs at Peach are a challenge. That is for sure. GoPro, well, we all know, if you've ever ridden with a GoPro and watched your footage, or ridden with buddies with GoPros and watched the footage, you know that they just don't do that good. Garrett, I look forward to seeing you in an hour. Let's see. Biker Sasquatch, random day off today. Getting out for a rip on the Africa Twin after the gospel. Yes. Where are you going to head, Kyle? Let me know, because that sounds awesome. I would like an Africa Twin. I think that'd be a really cool bike to have. And Garrett, I look forward to seeing you. But Natarita it's a super cool place. Like I said, unfortunately, that kid did get hurt. I mean, he's okay. Fortunately, in the long run, he ended up just fine. He did get hurt pretty bad and had to go to the hospital and stuff like that. When is the Weeby race? It is May 20th and 21st, I believe. Let's see. Let me just check here. I'm pretty sure that's when it is. And it's, oh my gosh, I can't use the internet. Let's see. Weeby Race. By the way, it's weebyracing.com is the name, or is the address. It's May 21st and 22nd. It's that weekend. And yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. We'll be there. Let's see. I see Brady and TBT is suffering from successful work and is way busy. Is Zach also busy as heck? Bruce Kennedy, we are getting that way. People are learning about us and the TBT. Brady's been doing it a long time, so he's got lots and lots of work. Also, Brady is a one-man show. He has to answer the phone, do the work, do the billing, collect the money, answer the emails, all the social media. Anyway, so I obviously have a little more help for that. So, but we are getting super busy. And I'm guessing that's Brody is Bowhunter 109 or 1009. It's not too late to sign up. You can sign up right now. Pre-registration is up and going at weebierating.com. Also, you can register the day of the event in the morning. Let's see. Here, that's how you jack yourself up. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's bad. The dust. Yeah, the dust is no joke in Western United States. So just don't hammer down too late, or don't hammer down too hard into the dust. Excuse me. I'm reading anyway. Whatever. What other questions do you guys have? Like I said, if who all here is watching, if you're watching right now, was at the Ride the World, put your little hands up, give me a hand up sign or whatever. I know, Jimmy, you were there. I know, Brady, you weren't there. That made me sad, but I also know you were super busy. Biker Sasquatch, Kyle Copeland, going to head down to Kansas City, right up Shelf Road to Cripple Creek, back down Kansas City via Phantom Canyon Road, but all plans to change. So, Biker, Kyle, have you been on I think it's called the Oh My God Road outside of there, near there? That thing's awesome. I found that on my dirt bike, my XR650 one time. It was awesome. 5280, I know you're there. That was awesome, man. Good to see you. Bruce Kennedy, I prefer mud over dust also, even though I suck in the mud. Kevin Tribby, knee braces. Yes, I wear Mobius. I love them very much. The climbs at Peach are nothing compared to the high country. As far as, yeah, well, I mean, the high country is just like stunningly beautiful. The climbs, there's nothing like the giant climbs at Peach that are just like, I mean, it's like hill climbing, old school, just wide open in the soft dirt forever and ever and ever. And yeah, so Bryce Davis, there he is. What's happening, man? Jimmy, we got to get you out here in the summer to go up to the high country. Speaking of which, today is the first day that we are taking the chainsaw out onto the plateau. So if you are around for a Thursday night ride tonight, we're leaving the shop right at 5 o'clock sharp, and we are heading up on David Road. We're going to drop in on the Lower Spring Creek Trail. We're going to ride the Lower Spring Creek Trail up. I know that's clear, or at least it was recently, to the Spring Creek Trail. And then from there, we're going to ride up, and go as far as we can into the snow and see what we find, see what trees we find to cut and all that good stuff. Bowhunter, do you win anything after the race? So yeah, if you're top 3, you get a trophy. Let's see. Wooded Adventures. Kevin Tribby, fairly sure my pods saved my knee injury from being worse. There you go. Yeah, pods I get are good. I've never worn them. I'm a huge fan of the Mobius. Let's see. I wonder what hikers you pass are saying under their breath when a dozen bikes pass by, Bruce. That's a good question. Some of them obviously don't love it, but honestly, we ran into some really awesome non-motorized people this trip that were just stoked. I mean, they were like, woohoo! I helped fix a guy's bicycle. He broke this, whatever. It was unrideable, this thing he broke, and it was just like a stress thing, and he didn't crash anything. And he didn't have anything to fix it. Unfortunately, I had a whole bunch of safety wire, and it was awesome. Biker Sasquatch. So OMG Road is awesome. Okay, so near Central City. Yeah, to me that's all the same. But yeah, that thing is awesome. Sounds like a classic Morgan. Better have a headlight ride. Probably true. Tonight wouldn't be bad to have at least a helmet light or something just in case, because we're gonna go. Let me know if Jimmy is wondering when the detour of doom is over. So if you guys aren't from here and you're coming to Western Colorado, the Highway 50 between Gunnison and here is closed most of the time. Weekends it's open, other times, whatever. But like, it's an hour and a half longer to do the detour. So yeah, don't do that. But yeah, tonight's gonna be fun. We're gonna go out. Got the chainsaw. Got a bunch of bar oil. Obviously, got a bunch of gas in the bike, and we're gonna go hammer down and see what we can do. Hopefully, get some trees cut out of the way and get some headway made into the high country this year. What other questions you guys have? I am going to shut this thing down right at 8 o'clock because we have a ton of work to do at the shop. 2024, Garrett Anderson says, I hope that it's done by then. I so enjoyed that road from Uray to Silverton on the Beamer. Yeah. Was it the $1 Million Highway, or it's a Highway 550 Red Mountain Road? Yeah, that thing is amazing. That's not closed. It's open. Kevin Tribby, I've been wanting to get the Asher Carbons, not because I have money. My buddy's a dealer. Oh, right on. I wore Asterisk knee braces for a very long time, and I really, really, really liked them. I had no problems with them. They just quit supporting the ones that I had. They wouldn't rebuild them anymore. Excuse me. So I moved on. I tried the Mobius, and I've been really happy with the Mobius. And the Mobius support has been brilliant. They've been really, really good. They've rebuilt them twice for me for free. So it's been awesome. Let's see. $1 Million Highway, Bruce, is amazing. It does get shut a lot, especially in the winter when avalanches come across it. But right now it's open and all good to go. That's how we went to Farmington. Up and over to Durango and all that good stuff. Right on. So let's see what else is going on. What's the bore size for a 250 two-stroke? I need a hone and don't want to open it up yet. Jimmy, I forget what that bore. I forgot because I know you put that question there. I will check and see. I can't remember what size it is, but I will check and see. Take the county road to Seep. So Colorado Enduro guy says to biker, take the county road up to Seep Springs. We'll go to Red Canyon Park and up Shelf Road. Nicer ride than going through Canyon. Oh, nice. There you go. Brady has 2 pairs of CTIs that are smoked and need some new braces. CTIs are, they're usually the best of the best, but I know that they're lightweight, and my guess is he overrode the CTIs. Yes, Bowhunter, does it cost anything to race? Yes, it's not cheap. Entry is $70 and practice is $10, so that's $80. Plus, you probably have to buy a transponder, which is like $5 or $10. So basically, you're counting on about $100. Biker Stash, I haven't seen any dirty air filter shaming lately. Are people finally getting the hint? I think so, actually. Although we did have one that Zach was working on, and I didn't get a chance to film it before he took it off. And unfortunately, it's probably smoked that motor. It's a KTM 250 XCFW. It's an 098, something like that. Anyway, and it came in just for normal service, but when we drained the oil, there wasn't much oil. And then Zach started getting into it and deeper and deeper and deeper, and the cam lobes are worn. And anyway, it's not pretty. So, and the air filter was disgusting. So sorry I didn't film it, but yeah, most people have been doing a lot better job. So if you buy a Weeby membership, they usually give you a transponder. Yeah, Garrett, I don't think they're doing Weeby memberships this year. It's just it's just a per race deal. Unless you, I guess if you reserve a number. If you reserve a number, then you might get a transponder for free, like at the beginning of the season. But like there's no, anyway, whatever. You know what I mean? Brody didn't hear what I said. You don't need to buy anything for your bike. It's a transponder. It goes on your helmet up underneath the visor, and it's just how they score you. It's just a sticker, basically, but it's an RF tag, radio frequency tag, that when you go underneath the scoring, it times you. Yeah, the yearly number registration. There you go. So yeah, probably I'm sure if you have if you buy a number for the year, they'll give you a thing. But Brody doesn't have a number for the year, and I'm guessing you're just going to race the one, maybe, Brody. Check it out and then see if you love it, which you will. But Roger Hurd, did he get a W? Did Jeff get a W? He says his brother-in-law got a new 300. That is Jeff Loopier, I'm guessing. I think that's the only brother-in-law you have. But what did he get? A W or an XC? And by the way, May 10th, guys, I don't know if you've seen, but May 10th, KTM is launching their new SX line. They've announced that the W's for 23 are going to be the same as the W's for 22, but they're holding back on the XCs. And I think it's because they're going to hopefully release them. I don't know if they're going to do the May 10th release, the SXs and the XCs at the same time, maybe, but I'm guessing that the XCs are going to get the SX stuff. So we are going to hear about that real soon. May 10th, I'm all signed up online. If you go to ktm.com, you can sign up and watch the launch live, all that stuff. I'll be doing that. And then I'm going to shoot a video maybe, I don't know how to do it, whatever. I'll figure out how to, anyway, of me, I don't know, probably not watching it, like reacting to it, but we'll shoot a video talking about all the changes. But there's a bunch of new changes coming for 23 SXs and hopefully the XCs too. Very excited about that. So let's see. What else, guys? Got about 3 more minutes before I got to boogie. Any other questions that you have? Yeah, things are good here. It's warming up quick. It's going to be pretty warm today, and then just a warming trend on into the summertime. So if you're coming out here to ride, know that it's going to be dusty down in the desert, but also know that very soon our high country is going to be opening up, and we're going to be doing our very best to cut the trees out of the way and make a path for everybody. 5280 James, it's good to see you, man. Great meeting you. I hope you guys had fun. Obviously, you made it back from Dry Creek. Didn't die after that first few trails. I know he had to boogie out early on Saturday, so he had to leave and kind of boogie out by himself. And obviously, you're still alive. That's awesome. Ooh, nice. My mom says we're finally getting rain in Oklahoma. Good deal. Hey, man. Thanks, Brody. I hope you have an awesome day. We will see you tonight. Can't wait. Bruce Kennedy, your club rinse transponder? Like, is it one that you strap to the bike? Because these things are like I said, they're like a little RF tag that you put on your helmet. Paul Anstey, it's so good to see you, dude. I need you here in Colorado. I got to figure that out like soon. Jimmy Nyhart, I love you, dude. Jimmy Nyhart was a pro guide. Actually, I talked to Cole later, and after you'd left, and I talked to him, and I was like, yeah, my buddy Jimmy showed you guys. He's like, yeah, dude, we didn't even know the bridge was there. We'd never seen the thing. I was so glad we saw him over there. He was dry. We're like, oh, he's got to know a way to cross. So good job, Jimmy Nyhart. He saved Andrew Short and Cole Kirkpatrick from certain death. Oh yeah, you bet, Brody. I'm glad you got that mount. That's awesome. And Biker, I will do my best to keep being a positive influence. Right on, it's 7:59. I'm going to boogie because I absolutely have a ton of work to do. Guys, I love you. Punk Rock Club, thank you for sticking around to the end. You guys are my favorites. Yeah, I can't say thank you enough to everybody who watches this show, who shares the show, who gives us thumbs up and all that good stuff. I have nothing but the highest regards for you. And yes, SX in Denver this weekend, I'm not going, but Zach and Leander are getting my tickets from Western Power Sports, and they're going to go. So we'll get a full report. Maybe I'll bring those freaking yahoos onto this channel finally for the show. That'd be awesome. Anyway, I love you. Get out, spread the gospel of two wheels. And you know what? I'm going to turn this around on you. It is time for you to get out and inspire others to get out and ride their dirt bikes.